Welcome to Spanish Silver Week. Follow the hunt. We are clearing out the vault.
My name is Dr. Alistair Sterling. In 1784, the Spanish frigate El Cazador vanished into the Atlantic, carrying a cargo that was destined to stabilize the Louisiana Territory. It never arrived. History left that cargo at the bottom of the ocean for over 2 centuries. Today, we begin a forensic investigation to understand why. This is case file 1783. The manifest is officially open. (1784). The El Cazador set sail for New Orleans with a cargo meant to stabilize the Spanish economy. She never arrived. She vanished into the depths of the Gulf. For 2 centuries, this treasure remained a ghost story, until it was pulled from the silt. This is the proof. This NGC slab doesn't just grade the coin, it certifies its DNA. This coin was there when the hull collapsed. You're looking at authentic history. You see this toning? That's not wear, that's the ocean's signature. This is the starting point for everything I'll show you this week. The manifest is deep, and we've only scratched the surface.
The El Cazador was a Spanish brig of war. Its hull breached and hundreds of tiny silver coins spilled into the deep blue water. Now, modern tools help recover its history.
I've shown you the slabbed piece, but today we're looking at the real deal. This is the 8 reals, the piece of 8, that was actually inside the El Cazador when it vanished in 1783. Forget small change. In the 18th century, this was the global anchor of trade. If you were a merchant in Louisiana, this was the coin that mattered. Look at these scars. 200 years on the ocean floor gives a coin a history you just can't fake. This isn't just silver, it's an artifact of a disaster that changed American history. This coin was meant to stabilize a territory. Instead, it became a piece of history lost to the Gulf. Raw and shipwrecked, or slabbed and protected, we've spent the last few days tracing the ghosts of the El Cazador, the heavy, impressive 8 reals, the pieces of 8 that fueled empires. But history isn't just written by captains and kings. It's written in the dust of the everyday.
1787 was a crossroads for empires. This silver bridged the gap between old worlds and new. It carries the weight of history.
Today, we move to the other side of the ledger. These are the 1787.5 reales, the small change of the colonial world. While these coins are worn, remember, worn is just another word for lived. They were the tools of survival in a bustling marketplace, passing from hand to hand to buy a loaf of bread or a measure of rum.
A loaf of bread, if you please. A loaf of bread, if you please.
Think of the merchant at the end of a long day in 1787, raking his take from the wooden stall.
A modest harvest for a long day's work. These silver reales will tell our story. Time to bury them safe in the pouch.
Every coin represented a transaction, a life sustained, a hunger satisfied. And the sailor, pulling a coin from his hidden jacket lining, his last bit of security after a long voyage. He isn't trading for empire, he's trading for a simple, honest meal. 2 coins. Same year, same mint, same king. One was a merchant's tool, one was a sailor's survivor. They remind us that even the smallest fragment of the past has a story. You just have to be willing to look closely enough.
One is a raw piece of a lost empire. The other is a tiny time capsule. Before the ship sank, Spain was stamping out cobs. These were raw silver cut right from the bar, weighed for trade, not for looks. To uncover more lost empires, hit the like button and subscribe. And drop a comment below. See you on the next hunt.